to run a brain scan through everybody who enters a prison, if you were to brain scan them, you would find that a high percentage of them have got traumatic brain injuries.
Aye.
Now, evidence is now showing that, have you heard of hyperbaric oxygen treatment?
I think so.
Well, there's evidence to show, right, that it treats traumatic brain injuries. So if you've got a TBI, right, it'll affect your ability to emotionally regulate. So your conflict resolution skills will be limited as opposed to somebody who's a healthy individual who hasn't been hit over the head, right? For example, it's why when people have been injured or hit over the head, they could be a perfectly well-rounded, balanced person, then all of a sudden they became angry, very reactive to certain social situations, whereas they weren't like that before. And they're starting to recognise that a high percentage of people in prisons, you see it, you go into a prison, there's people who've got scars in their heads.
Bad, like millions of them, like loads of them.
Aye. For every 10 people, there are 4 or 5 of them who have got scars on their skulls. You don't know the damage that's went on internally.
No.
But if they're running brain scans and they can see the damage that this does to your brain, and there's no evidence to show that modalities like hyperbaric oxygen treatment, which basically puts you in a chamber and puts oxygen into your system under pressure, so it shoves oxygen to the outer regions of your brain. I've seen the studies, I've seen the brain scans, and it's shown that after things like 15, 16 treatments, it's altered the physicality of your brain.
Wow.
And they can show it on a scan.
Right.
And these individuals, they've been able to chart that they've made massive behavioural adjustments in their life just through getting this treatment. So people who couldn't hold down a job, who were always in and out of the system, are now holding down 12-hour-a-day jobs.
Right.
Who couldn't navigate relationships because how quick they would get dysregulated because that part of the brain was wounded. So prisons need to be about rehabilitating brains, not just giving people information about good and bad or some of the cognitive programs. If you look at some of you would have done the violence programs and